Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into a really powerful strategy for anyone trying to build a business or a personal brand online. We're talking about how to stop being just another voice in the noise and actually start building a real income. It's all about finding your niche and becoming the go-to expert. Let's dive in.
So does this feel familiar? You're putting out great stuff, you've definitely got the skills, but you're still struggling to get noticed, let alone get paid what you're really worth? I mean, the internet is huge, and standing out can feel pretty much impossible. It's a super common frustration, but what if the problem isn't your talent? What if it's your strategy?
And this quote right here, it gets to the very heart of the problem. You see, the old way of doing things, being a generalist, trying to be everything to everyone, it just doesn't fly anymore. The market is way too crowded, and people are looking for specifics. They don't want a jack of all trades. They want a specialist who can solve their exact problem.
Okay, so let's really break down this crowd problem. We're going to explore why playing the generalist's game, the approach that feels so safe and broad, is actually the fastest way to get completely lost and just burn out in today's digital world.
Here's the truth of it. When you're a generalist, you are constantly reinventing the wheel. Every single new project forces you to start from scratch, you have to learn a new area, and you've got to prove your worth all over again. It is exhausting, it's inefficient, and it makes it almost impossible to build a reputation as the best at any one thing. It's a perfect recipe for working hard, not smart.
All right, so if being a generalist is a losing game, what's the winning strategy? Well, let's meet the hero of our story, the Nichepreneur. This is the specialist who gets that true success isn't found by going wide, it's found by going deep and making it big in a small, focused market.
And the goal of the Nichepreneur? It's simple, but it is so powerful. It is not about being one of a million options out there. No, it's about becoming the #1 choice for a very specific group of people who have a very specific need. You want to be the only choice that makes sense to them.
So what is a nichepreneur exactly? Well, think of it like this. It's an entrepreneur who doesn't just stumble into a random small market. They strategically combine what they're truly passionate about with what they're an expert in, and then they focus all of their energy on becoming the undisputed go-to authority in that space.
And listen, this isn't just about making money. It is about fulfillment. Take Daphne Clark, a nichepreneur who built a thriving business completely around her passions. As she puts it, I've got a job I absolutely love. When your work is lined up with what you're passionate about, it really stops feeling like work and starts to feel like a calling.
Okay. This all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually find that perfect niche? Let's get practical. There's a simple 3-part formula that can help you pinpoint your unique zone of genius.
It all boils down to GEP. First, G is for growing. You want to plant your flag in a market that's expanding, not one that's shrinking. Second, E is for experience. What skills and knowledge do you already have? Your past work is literally a gold mine for niche ideas. And finally, P is for passion. What gets you genuinely excited? That passion is the fuel that's going to keep you going. Your sweet spot, your niche, lives right where those 3 things intersect. But here's a really critical reality check. Passion is absolutely essential, but it is not enough on its own. You have to ask yourself, honestly, can this passion project of mine actually be a viable business? Can you create products around it? Will people pay for your services? A hobby is something you do for fun. A business has to be profitable.
So once you've found your niche, the next move is to really claim the power of the expert. It's all about elevating yourself from just being somebody who does the thing to being a true specialist, because that is the key that unlocks a higher income and a lot more respect in your field. This analogy explains the whole idea of value perfectly. So you've got a local mechanic and a Maserati specialist. They might perform very similar tasks, right? They both change spark plugs. But you wouldn't take a $100,000 car to just any general mechanic, would you? Of course not. You seek out the expert, the specialist, and you totally expect to pay a premium for their focused, specific knowledge.
And this really gets to the heart of the economics here. People want to pay for expertise. It gives them confidence, it gives them peace of mind, and it usually gets them a better result. By positioning yourself as that specialist, you're not just narrowing your audience, you're dramatically increasing your perceived value and, of course, your earning potential.
All right, so you found your niche. You are committed to becoming the expert.
Now comes the really crucial next step in the online world. How in the world do you broadcast your brand and actually build that expert reputation so people can find you?
I mean, this is the question that stops so many talented people right in their tracks. It's not enough to be the best if nobody knows it. People have to know you're the best. You've got to get out there and broadcast your expertise so the right customers can actually find you. So, an effective strategy really comes down to these 3 pillars. First, write to educate. Share your knowledge freely through blogs and articles to establish your authority. Second, produce digital products. Package your expertise into things like courses or ebooks to create revenue and status. And third, engage with media. Use interviews, podcasts, get on other shows to reach a much wider audience.
And when you do this consistently, let me tell you, the rewards are huge. You stand out from the crowd, people know exactly what you do and why you're the best person to do it, high-quality clients and customers start coming to you, you become a credible authority, and you start building multiple streams of income beyond just one-on-one services. This is how you make it big online.
Let's finish up with a really crucial mindset shift here. Niching down does not mean you're limiting your potential. It's actually the exact opposite. It's about focusing your energy to become so incredibly valuable to a specific group that you become their only logical choice. It's about being big where it really matters most.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. What is that unique expertise that you're sitting on right now? Think about it. That special combination of your experience and your passion. What specialized knowledge do you have? Because I promise you, somewhere out there, an audience is actively searching for an expert just like you, and they are ready and willing to pay for your help. So, what's your niche going to be?